Welcome to Go Mustangs Sports Season Previews here, and we get ready for the 2013 men's soccer season. And I'm Dave McHugh, joined by Coach John Plevyak. And Coach, first and foremost, it's been preseason. I'm sure you're itching to get that first game underway.
Yeah, the guys came in shape. They're ready, excited. We're going to have a good nucleus of young talent.
Last year, get thrown into the MAC Conference, which is always tough. Messiah, the perennial favorite to win a national championship, and of course they go on to do that, but the rest of the conference is competitive. You guys didn't get to make the tournament. I know that was your ultimate goal. I assume this year that'll be what the goal is, if not better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, without a doubt, we're trying to get to that championship game, get to the NCAA. That's our goal every year. And last year we just got bit by the injury bug to a lot of key seniors, and they had to be replaced by freshmen. And we didn't make it. We fell a game short with 31 seconds left. But a lot of young kids got to play in pressure situations, got used to the MAC, the referee, and the style of play there. It's a lot more physical conference than the CAC. So that was invaluable experience for them, and they've come back and strong. And so on one side it was bad that we didn't, but there was a silver lining in that.
I was going to say, you've now had that year under your belt. You've now got that experience. You know what you're doing and know what you're going to experience coming into the conference. How much does that just change the mindset even in your head?
Yeah, it's soccer's soccer. I mean, there's been 3 rule changes in 150 years. So it's more about learning the style of play, getting used to the arenas or the stadiums, grass versus turf or wherever we're going, and all of that takes some time. I mean, we'll probably go to Messiah. We will go to Messiah with not one person ever playing, and they don't even know what the field looks like. So all that takes a little bit of time, especially when you join the new conference. So with only 3 seniors that will be playing, it'll be a learning curve again, but I think we're far more ready this year for it.
I was going to say, just 3 seniors. You're kind of not in a rebuilding stage, but you're in a building stage where you can just keep kind of getting that experience. And while this year certainly is the immediate goal, down the road this year is very important as well.
Exactly. We're a little bigger, a little stronger, a little faster, and the nucleus of this team will be here for 2 and maybe 3 more years. So we're excited.
I assume the expectation certainly is to make the conference tournament, but have you put any other goals in front of this team?
No, actually, last year we did all that, and we're going to win, go out, we're going to be nationally ranked, and we started off 3-0. We were winning 1-0 with 6 minutes left in the 4th game. It got away from us, and that took the air out, and then we got a few injuries, and we couldn't rebound from that. So the only goal this year is to win them all, one at a time.
Absolutely, makes sense. Looking at this team, I've seen the practices. You have a lot of players. Granted, you're going to probably be putting a JV squad together, but you have a lot of players out there on the field. It almost seems like you've got a lot of challenges thus in practice. Is that the mentality, try and challenge your guys even in practice?
Yeah, it's very difficult with all these people. There's no larger soccer program in the NCAA, NAIA, or anywhere else you want to go in the United States, if not the world. I mean, we're carrying 54 kids, and that's a lot. We don't make any cuts until Sunday, so we're doing the best we can, with what we have, and so we'll separate them on Sunday, and we will have a JV. They play an 8-game schedule, and then we'll be able to concentrate on the other kids. But again, most of the guys that we already have that would make the first 16 on varsity are returners. The other 3 or 4 freshmen that look good so far, they're going to have to work their way into it.
When you look at the season, obviously the MAC conference schedule's there. You know what you've got. When you looked at your out-of-conference schedule, what was the mentality? Was it to get ready for the MAC conference, or was it just to make sure you guys challenged yourself?
A little bit of both. The games are so competitive, and there's so many one-goal games that you find a lot of times you go stretches where kids aren't getting into the game. The rules are so prohibitive in soccer that, unlike high school where you can just run them in and out, or basketball in college, every time out or stoppage of play, new kids come in. You cannot do that in soccer. So a lot of times you find yourself with stretches where guys aren't getting any playing time or very little. So we've mixed it up. So we've had some games where we think we will do very well in, and everybody will get to play. And then we've challenged ourselves with some of the Manhattanvilles, F&Ms, nationally ranked teams. So a little mixture of both.
Of course, you start the season at home with your own kind of tournament, as it were. How important will the home part of your schedule be?
Yeah, we did that to get off to a good start. We didn't pick the best team to start. Usually these tournaments, you try to go a little easy on your own. And we got one of our toughest games of the year right off the bat. LaRoche coming from Pittsburgh, 13 seniors returning, 6 of them are 6'1" or bigger. So I might have bit off a little more I could chew there, but it will be a great challenge, and on the turf, and hopefully we'll be able to hold our own against them. But what we really want to establish this year is being successful at home. When we were on that grass field right adjacent to the turf, our last 23 games we were 17-3-3 at home, and it was an intimidating place to play, and a lot of teams dropped us from playing and wouldn't. We got over the turf and we haven't been as successful. So you talked about goals earlier. That wasn't a stated goal, but it certainly is an implied one, that we have to take care of business at home.
When somebody watches this team, if it's a fan who comes to the game or they're watching online, what are kind of the things they should focus on, or at least take a look at from your team that you think are going to be successful?
Well, I was a goalie, and my best games were when the ball was at the other end.
Yeah.
So, that's the way I like my teams to play, down the other end. So, very few people play with a 3-back. It's gotten a little more popularity, but they play with then 5 midfielders. Yeah. So it's still defensive oriented. We play the old traditional 3-4-3 where we just go at people. And last year, 407 college teams in Division III, we ranked 62nd in offense. So we like to play an exciting style. So when people come, what they'll see is we're constantly high pressure, constantly attacking, constantly taking shots and trying to score. We don't care much for defense.
I was going to say, with a 3-4-3, you aren't necessarily thinking defense. So is this a 3-4-3 formation, though, that you can hybrid out of, that you can throw even more offense at it if you need to, or you can kind of revert back a little defensively if you need to kind of pack the box?
Sure, and those systems of play are great for an aerial view at the beginning.
Yeah, right, exactly.
When you're defending, you have 7 or 8. When you're attacking, you have 7 or 8. So this just makes use of where we have our strengths, and that's the outside middies are very strong for us, and we have a lot of depth there. And those guys in this system have to be able to get up and down the field. And we didn't play it last year because we didn't have the depth that we have this year. But we've decided to use that and see if we can go outside and use our quickness and our strength out there.
Very good. Well, good luck on the 2013 campaign, which starts at home, as we mentioned. John Plevyak, head coach for the men's soccer team here at Stevenson.